Hey yo, it's your boy Konji. I'm back here with another video. I'm reading the Caucasus again. Caucasus. Yeah, I can say it now. True limits of humanity, the final border we will never cross. I think that we eventually will be the end of ourselves, you know. Humans will kill each other. That's what I think anyways. I know it's a bit dark, but it's kind of facts.
Is there a border we will never cross? Are there places we will never reach, no matter how hard we try? It turns out there are. Even with sci-fi technology, we are trapped in a limited pocket of the universe and the finite stuff within it.
You know the whole concept that I think about how the world will end or how the universe will end, the big bounce and all that jazz. Yes, I know a lot of science because, bro, I'm very deep in metaphysical thought all the time. But anyways, what if there's like nothing out there, bro? We just say that we're in a galaxy or a universe that's ever expanding. What if there's nothing outside of our solar system? Nobody's ever reached there. And without proof, science is all about proving it and testing. If you've never been outside of the cosmos, how do you know that there is a cosmos to be there?
How much universe is there for us, and how far can we go?
Get your fucking apple juice in, Allen's 100% pure vitamin C.
If you look at the night sky, you might assume it will be there forever. Stars are born and die again in a cycle that feels endless. But it's not. Take the Milky Way. Up to 200,000 light years in diameter, containing some 100 to 400 billion stars. How many stars do you think are born here each year? Thousands? Millions? The answer is around 3. 3 new stars per year. 95% of all the stars that will ever exist in the universe have already been born, and we live at the tail end of the age of star formation. We are at the beginning of the end of the universe as we know it. The formation.
So you trying to tell me, big up the Scorpios, bro? Come on. I don't believe in that astronomical stuff. So I hate when people come at me. What's your star sign? Fuck off, fam. I'm sorry. I just detoured. But like, people always talk about the Big Bang and shit. Scientists believe that atoms just started getting excited, or they just started like knocking against each other, and boom, 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 the Big Bang happened and everything got created. I don't believe in that shit, because what the fuck made them get excited in the first place? And if you say, oh, that's how they were built, oh, this and that, this made that happen. What made that happen to make that happen? It's just an endless domino trail. If you say this, I say what made that happen. It's just an endless trail. So everything has to have a start and an end. If the universe has no start, how will it have an end? And if there's an end, is the end the start and the start is the end? I think I lost people.
Stars will continue to slow down. But there's more. It turns out that the universe is rushing away from us. The Milky Way is not alone. Together with the Andromeda Galaxy and more than 50 dwarf galaxies, it forms the Local Group, a region of space about 10 million light-years in diameter, our galactic neighborhood. Hundreds of galaxy groups like the Local Group make up the LANIAKEA supercluster, which itself is only one of a myriad of superclusters.
Bro,
in total, there are around 2 trillion galaxies that make up the current observable universe.
Bro, the fact is that we're so tiny, first of all. Second of all, how do you know all this shit, bro? I know people say that they have satellites, or they have map outs of all this shit, bro. But how do you know this? You have not been there. You don't have technology that have been there. Unless you have, and you're just hiding it from the public.
Unfortunately, even if we could travel at light speed, around 94% of the galaxies we can see are already unreachable for us forever. Let this number sink in for a moment. The simple fact that there's a limit for us, and that there is so much universe that a human will never be able to touch, is kind of frightening. Why?
Bro, it's kind of frightening, and you're kind of making my mind orgasm, bro. It's exploding, bro. It's basically like you saying that, oh, like, somebody has a bottle of apple juice and they keep running away and you keep chasing it and you're just going in circles and circles and you can never catch it. That's basically what you're trying to say, that even if we tried to catch it, we would never reach. That's true.
Why
because
are all
it's
of
always
these galaxies
expanding, right?
out of reach already? Well, it all has to do with why there are galaxies in the first place, the Big Bang.
Okay.
We're
Let's
simplifying here, but in a nutshell, about 10 to the power of minus 36 seconds after the Big Bang, the young universe was a very small bubble of energy. It wasn't completely uniform though. Some parts of it were a tiny, tiny bit denser than others, which had massive consequences. In a process called cosmic inflation, the observable universe expanded rapidly, from the size of a marble to trillions of kilometers in a trillionth of a second. That was so fast that all those tiny differences in density were stretched from subatomic distances into galactic distances, which is why the whole universe consists of more and less dense regions. Pockets of the universe filled with a bit more stuff than the space around them. After that short but powerful inflation ended, gravity began trying to pull everything back together. Inside the denser pockets, gravity emerged victorious, and so over time, they grew into groups of galaxies like the one we live in today. The local group is our pocket of the universe. But at larger scales outside the denser pockets, the expansion of space never stopped. This means that our local group is surrounded by a lot of stuff, but none of those structures and galaxies are gravitationally bound to us. The more the universe expands, the
So it's basically saying like, we're anchored, but they're not anchored to us. So they're basically like ships on the sea. We're anchored down, but they don't have anchors and they just keep floating away. Or like the helium balloons, they're just...
larger the distance between us and the other gravitational pockets becomes. Even worse for us, the expansion of the universe is accelerating. We don't know why this happens, so we came up with the concept of dark energy. You can imagine it like an invisible effect that speeds up the expansion of the universe. We'll explain these concepts in more detail in another video though. For now, all you need to know is that the universe is expanding faster and faster. This expansion means that there's a cosmological horizon around us. Everything beyond it is traveling faster relative to us than the speed of light. So everything that passes the horizon is irretrievably out of reach forever, and we will never be able to interact with it again. In a sense, it's like a black hole's event horizon, but all around us. 94% of the galaxies we can see today have already passed it and are lost to us forever.
Man, I've been playing for weeks now and I've made hardly any progress in this game.
Fuck Raid Shadow Legends.
Yep,
I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that, but I just don't... I don't know, I don't like the game.
Wait, if we can't interact with them, how come we can still see them? Well, the way we're able to see something is via light. And although the speed of light is the fastest way to travel through the universe, it needs time to get from one place to another.
Time to travel.
Every second, light reaches us from trillions of galaxies that have passed the horizon because when their light was emitted, they were much closer to us. We are looking at their ancient past and see their ancient...
Basically, you're moving target. So even if they're moving and they shoot at you and you try to shoot back at them, they're not there. They're already gone.
Positions. So the observable universe is much larger than the universe we can actually interact with. In a sense, the universe is putting off a great show for us, showing us things that are out of reach forever. We have no idea what these galaxies look like today, and
the season's already done, and you're still watching reruns.
We will be able to observe them for a long time as their light hits our telescopes. Interestingly, this means that currently the observable universe still appears to be growing, as more and more light released by super distant galaxies billions of years ago is arriving at our doorsteps. Still, all the pockets of the universe outside the local group will one day pass our cosmological horizon. Once they do,
bro, I hope that they come up with cryogenical freezing. When I'm like 50 or 60 or 80, when I'm done, you know, having ambitions and goals in life, freeze me, bro. Freeze me, bro. 5,000 years, open my pod. I just want to see what it's like, bro. Whether we'll have from flying cars. I know flying cars already exist, but like whether we'll have like technology, bro. Because I guarantee you, in 7 to 6 years, we're gonna have a technological singularity, bro. If you don't know what that is, go search
Their
it
light
up.
won't be able to reach us anymore, and from our perspective, they will fade away into darkness. Every second of your life, 60,000 stars pass the horizon. Since you started watching this video, around 22 million stars have moved out of our reach forever.
Bro, this
Okay,
makes me
but if
want to
94%
explore,
of
bro.
the observable universe is beyond the cosmic horizon and gone forever, that still leaves us with 6% that is technically
We
in
haven't
reach,
even
which is
explored.
still a ton of stuff. All
We
the
haven't
galaxy
even
pockets that are
explored
less
our
than
6%.
18 billion light years away. They are still moving away, but slow enough that we could physically reach them, although the chances are shrinking with every second that passes. Everything that's more than around 5 million light years away is moving away from us. But the closest galaxy groups are receding the slowest, so there is a time window to jump galaxy groups. The challenge is
could get
extreme
there.
though, even for Type 3 civilizations. Even at the speed of light, a trip to the Maphite group, the closest pocket of galaxies outside the local group, would take
We wouldn't
11
survive that
million
long.
years. If some sort of super motivated, super advanced civilization takes this challenge on, its potential sphere of
Aliens.
influence could expand to hundreds or thousands of galaxies. Although, as time
I
passes
hope
and the
there's people
universe
out
grows,
there, or like
they
there's,
would be
there's
separated forever.
organisms out there. I hope there's
It's
creatures,
pretty safe
aliens.
to assume that humans will not make
I
this
would be
journey,
gassed.
at least
Even
not
if they
with
kill us and
technologies
dominate
that
us,
are
I
even
would be
remotely
gassed.
on the horizon. For us, the local group is most likely the largest structure that we will ever be a part of. Just traveling between the stars would be an achievement of epic proportions. We would already be incredibly successful if we were to colonize our cosmic backyard, which accounts for 0.00000000001% of the observable universe. As dark energy pushes the rest of the universe away from us, the local group will become more tightly bound. All its galaxies, big and small, will merge together to form one giant elliptical galaxy with the unoriginal name Milkdromeda in a few billion years.
Yeah, I heard about this.
This
I heard about
process
this. I heard
might
about
even
Milky Way.
smash huge gas clouds together and re-spark star
Fam, I would love to see this, bro. Imagine the size, bro. You just see this gigantic galaxy just come. Imagine the fucking pictures, bro. Imagine the videos, the YouTube videos I could make.
formation for some time. And this new light will be very welcome because at some point the galaxies outside Milkdromeda will be so far away that they become too faint to detect. Once this happens, no information outside of the local group will reach us ever again. The universe will recede from view. A being born in the far future in Milkdromeda will
Even
think
if
that the
you get
universe
the most
consists of nothing but its own galaxy.
High civilization.
When they look far
technology,
into empty
you
space,
can never
they
reach
will
it.
only see more emptiness and darkness. They won't see cosmic background radiation, and they won't be able to learn about the Big Bang. They may have no way of knowing what we know today, the nature of the expanding universe, when it began, and how it will end. They might think the universe is static and eternal. Milkdromeda will be an island in the darkness, slowly getting darker
infinite.
and darker. Still, with its trillion stars, the local group is certainly a big enough playground to entertain humanity for a while.
Right?
After all, we
Yeah,
still
yeah.
haven't figured out how to leave our solar system, and we have dozens of billions of years at the very least
We haven't
to
even
explore
figured out how to
our
reach
galaxy.
Mars.
And we have the
Planets
incredible
out
luck
farther
to
than
exist
Mars.
at the perfect moment in time
Speaking of
to
Mars,
see
speaking of Mars, you heard about the NASA organizing organizing civilians to be on a mission to like what the fuck is the word? To simulate what it would be like living on Mars. They're getting civilians. But you need to have a master's degree in this and that and that. So, man like me, I'm not qualified for that, fam. No.
Not only our future, but also our most distant past, just by looking into the night sky.
Cause she lacking, bro.
As isolated as the local group is,
Bro,
it is
so
our
amazing,
home.
bro.
And it really is
So
a spectacular place. Time for some behind-the-scenes content. You might have noticed that we sorta already made this video a few years ago, but the original had a
Did you?
regrettable mistake. In it, we said it would be physically impossible to ever leave the local group to reach other galaxy groups. But our travel
It's
limit
not.
is actually much larger, as we showed in this video. It's not physically impossible to go further, but just extremely unlikely
Technology
that
is
it'll ever happen.
evolving.
So
That's
why
true.
did we leave the video up? Well, it has to do with the nature of
Views.
the mistake. We talked to astrophysicists, and they thought it didn't matter. The parts they considered
doesn't.
important were correct, and they thought we should just leave it and move on. So with that feedback, we decided to spare the video. But since 2016,
It doesn't really matter because the major facts that they probably made in that video are probably accurate and good. The one fact that we can't leave the solar system is inaccurate, but it's more likely to happen than us ever
and
leaving.
really thanks to you burbs, we were able to grow Kurzgesagt and add fact checkers to the team and develop an in-depth
Come on,
process with
Kurzgesagt.
experts and our detailed sources document to avoid these sorts of mistakes and also to make our work
Quality
transparent.
is quantity.
We can't avoid making mistakes from time to time, but we can work hard on getting better. And this video kept bugging us. So we finally decided to replace it, not just re-upload, but remake it better and longer and add fun universe facts to make it worthwhile. Sorry for taking so long. We'll leave the old video up, but pin a comment and change the
It's
title.
good.
If you want to
It's
support us and our sometimes exhausting but hopefully
I'm gonna stop it there because I don't need all that. But anyways, it's been your boy Konji. I'll see you guys with the next video in a few days, couple days, because I may take a little break, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna keep posting daily because I am gold. But see you guys.